Today I am going to continue the piece. We're gonna do other stuff. I forgot to do the fun fact, I just realized. Okay, what fun fact should I do? Uh... One second. The Tazen government controls, one second, very little in Lavas. Since there are hundreds of groups of people who all have different, the word is too long. All right, we are going to I'm watching Ignorance and Censorship by Philosophy Tube. Okay, now we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. 2 people in this one again. I don't know why those 2 ladies keep showing up. I don't want to exit, I just want to keep going. Hmm. 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 Okay. 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 Okay, there we go. Are there just a lot of these tweak pictures in here all of a sudden? Because now I'm getting loads of them. Hmm. 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 Okay. 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 Hello. Nasessa Leva. Welcome. I didn't see your text for a bit, sorry. I hope you're still here. Hello, Bram. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? My chat isn't where it usually is because I'm in the middle of doing this, so can't see it super well. No, I am going to be drawing dogs just in a minute. I do not do it professionally as a job as much as I wish I did. I do this for fun for multiple hours every day because someday I could be good enough at it to do it as a job, hopefully. Okay, we're done. Okay, we're gonna organize these all onto the page like I usually do. Oh, well, that would be nice. It does kind of look like the art on Catan, doesn't it? Thank you, Brem. I really appreciate that. I like drawing dogs. It does kind of have a Catan look, doesn't it? Well, that wasn't... I don't think someone would hire me to make that, because that only took me, what, 3 hours to make? So... like, it would take me longer if I did it for, if I did it for a job, I would spend longer on it, probably. How long did that one take me, actually? 1 second, let me check. About 3 hours, apparently. Excuse me. I'm gonna check and see. Okay, it took me about 3 hours to make it. Indeed. Okay, I'm gonna put you back where you belong. There we go. Where? Something weird just happened. Okay, it's back to normal. I'm just gonna put these all on one screen together like I always do, and then we're gonna do it. The Bronx? Oh, the Bronx. Why do we call him why do we call him barking? Uh, yeah, I mean, if you ever get the money to commission me, I would love that. I love getting commissions. But you can also, I also appreciate people just being here. People being here is great, because usually it's only Phantom. This is the first stream I've had in at least, I think, 2 weeks where more than one person has been on it at a time. The Bronx? I don't know. I don't know how they're doing. Fish? I don't know how Fish is doing. Probably pretty well. They're in school, hopefully. I don't know how they would have managed to get out of school as quickly. I do appreciate that. Getting new people to watch these things seems to be god-on impossible. So, yeah. Plus, if you watch streams with few people on them, the chances that the person hosting them will respond to you are probably much higher. Me and Phantom have conversations about all kinds of things here. And by conversations, I mean every 10 minutes Phantom types something, and then I go on for 10 minutes, and then he reappears and types something, and then I go on. Phantom is my one viewer who shows up to every stream. He'll probably be here in a bit. Okay, that's all of those. Okay, we have 2.5 hours left on the thing. I'm doing an art piece right now that I'm checking up on. I'm doing it for 10 straight hours, or not like 10 hours in a row, but Doing it for 10 hours total because usually I only spend like 4 hours on stuff, so I'm seeing how good it can get if I spend 10 hours on it. That should be wide enough. Okay, we grab this. Is that wide enough? Yeah, it should be. Okay. My phone. It's funny that you can hear that actually. My mic can pick up the weirdest shit. Thank you. I appreciate that. My mic can pick up sounds my headphones make if I have the headphones near enough to the mic and they're not on my head. Okay, let's see what notifications I've gotten. I have gotten. Oh, I just got some text from a friend of mine. I'm gonna reply to them. Okay, texts replied to. Landscapes are my favorite thing to draw, other than naked men. I draw naked men less, though, because I have a lot of self-control. One second. Valley will be darker. Okay. Where's the thing I'm looking for? Scruff. Winter piece. Mac Dutchman. I'm just writing down who made the thing I'm looking at. Hello. Goodness gracious, she is texting me nonstop. Yeah, the first tablet I had was the poor man's, it was just like if you wanted to draw a lot but didn't have a lot of money, you got that. And if you wanted to, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? What was I just talking about? Oh, right. The tablet I have is, well, the tablet I had for the first time, I had for a couple of years, and my mom bought it for me for Christmas, and it cost about $300, which is like a lot of money, but also not a lot of money because, like, you can get Cintiqs that cost like literally $1,000. That's like industry standard is Cintiqs that cost $1,000. So like, what I own is a lot, but not like, or that was $300 is a lot of money to spend on pretty much anything, but it's also at the same time not a lot of money. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think I'd like doing art on a not screen because it's just annoying to do. That thing broke down in the middle of my painting a day thing. Here's a fun fact for you newbies to the crowd. The background image thing for this is one of the painting a day things I did in October. I did a painting every day depicting a wolf on a journey, and that's one of them that you're looking at right now. And if you want to see all of them together, you can go to my ArtStation or my Art.io page. Why they called it that, I couldn't tell you. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here. Rima and Simon. What I own right now cost about $400. There we go. Yeah, that would annoy me too. The original setup I had actually kind of required that I did that because I only had enough space for like. I did not have a lot of space. I kept my keyboard in like a drawer under the thing, and every time I wanted to use my tablet, I would plug it in and then unplug it when I stopped using it. So I spent a lot of time plugging and unplugging things, as you may imagine. And also, I just like either kept it in my lap or flat on the desktop, but usually flat on the desktop because in my lap, like I just had to curl up too much. Uh, Only later, and also it would like this screen would be the same as the other screen. Like my normal monitor would just reflect what was on here. I think, did I manage to make it work? I don't know if I did. You have to like fiddle with your monitor settings to get everything working, which is kind of difficult. Anyway, I think drawing is really fun. And I think people should do it more. Even if you're not good at it. Because it's fun to do. It's fun to make things. I see no reason why we can't all make things. Only you can make the image in your head, after all. Which is why I'm such a big fan of my art, because only I can draw my characters, because no one else knows about them. Except for, like 2 other nerds who can't draw. I do like them a lot, though. Those 2 nerds, I mean. Big fan of those boys. That is true. I don't really like doing that because I just don't like doing it. But you can do that. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. Okay, we're setting the clock, and we're starting. 2.5 hours left. Let's speedrun the drawing. Just kidding. Also, I think her paws are sinking wrongly into the ground, because this one is at... I'm going crazy. If you're wondering how I'm doing this, it's with magic. I forgot to change my brush. Here we go. Let's hope it doesn't whack out. That good old sound is ringing. They don't know what they're missing. Your knees are bending, so it's time to get up and let go. You know what's interesting to me? I just realized 2 of the people I've spent the most time around in the past 2 years, well, actually, all of the people I've spent a lot of time around in the past couple of years have either been gay or bi, including my mother and sister, funnily enough. But the best friends I've had have all been gay or bi in the past 4 years. Actually, all of them have been bi except one, who is gay. This is for all the plebs who didn't learn the Axel lore already. I do have a backstory. You do have to check the wiki. It doesn't make any sense if you don't check the wiki. That's very exciting. Whenever people buy me art supplies, I'm like, oh, great. Cool. I'm glad that some people like getting them, though. I need to darken these rocks. Rock dark. What color do we have here? Riddle me this. I had a hair in my mouth. Don't know how that got there. Oh. No braver. I know you meant no brainer. I should have another dot rock here. suppose. I wouldn't know. When I did physical art a lot, I would only ever use pencil and the liner brush things you can get, and colored pencils sometimes. I generally avoided using it though because it bothered me and I just wanted to digitally do stuff. Even when I didn't know how to use digital, I was like, I wish I could just digitally like master this, if you will. It's funny trying to sing the lyrics to a really abstract song because I don't understand anything of what's happening in the song I'm listening to right now. But I have a natural urge to sing songs, so here we are. I'm gonna render this rock out, and what the hell am I talking about? I am not gonna render this rock out. Fuck this rock. 1 second. Wait. Photoshop. Photoshop be driving me mad with desire. Absolutely fuck off. What are you talking about? What layer is this? Yeah. I remember on Twitter when the price of the dollar fell enough that it matched up with the euro, someone was like, you have to call it soccer now, boys. No, you have to call it football now, boys. I'm sorry. It's all over. Because I think the price of the dollar was, for a long time, a lot more than the price of the euro. Group shit together like an absolute madman. I hate whenever the properties thing comes up because it always squishes my layer panel. Sorry, aft. Okay, so I got a recommendation to darken the edges of this so that it feels a bit more. 1 second, I just gotta bleh, so that it fades a bit more. a bit too saturated. Here's one of the fun things about being me. I am a god of this art. Literally nothing can stop me if I say it's not good. If I say it's not good, I can simply change it. No one can stop me. I did like the point of making the wolf. I can't believe myself. I did like the point of making Scruff have what's coming out of her mouth. All up in the covers just to live it up. True fact. The thing that makes me an artist is my power over life and death. If you wonder why artists are often very weird people. Never in the gutter, 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 gutter. I'm glad somebody else thought of this because I absolutely would not have. All right. 1 second, we need to go aft and then. Yeah, probably true. All in the covers. A genius and a madman. I mean, geniuses are madmen in some ways. We're gonna kind of get this sort of shape going for the light. And then we're just gonna take the thing and hit the make the color good button. It didn't work. Shit. If Phantom actually, if this is actually a song Phantom likes a lot, I'm gonna be furious that somebody else likes it. Just kidding. Sure the cat's gonna chime, bam a lamb, the damn thing don't bite, bam a lamb. What color is that? I'm gonna pick out that color. And suddenly everything's green. Oh my. Bam, let me know that's no lie. Bam, lamb. I'm a man of subtlety indeed. Look at this, and I'm like, that's too severe. Okay, we're just gonna clip and mask, merge. Oh, that's a power move. I should do that. That really sucks for you, honey, doesn't it? It's so funny, dude, when people like actually care what sexuality their kids are. Like, you're an adult man who cares if his son is gay. Is this occurring to you? Can you hear yourself right now? Interestingly, apparently my mom knows what this song is too. Listening to Caravan Palace's cover of Black Betty. Two and a half hours until I'm done with this, so. Brem, how do you feel about staying up till what? It's 6 a.m.? It's probably pretty late. Might as well, I guess. Would you like to accompany me to the end of this journey? Oh, honey. Why are you still awake? I don't say that in a condescending way, by the way. I say it in a homosexual way. They're different. This is why I usually stream in the middle of the day here, because then European viewers can come. And I prefer European viewers to American ones, because I like Europeans. They're nice. Plus, two of the people who I like a lot that have seen more of my streams than most people, other than Phantom, obviously. You're welcome, Necessa. I mean, Phantom is American, and I do love Phantom very much. You in Australia there, honey? Or Europe? You never know. Oh. Brem, where are you from again? Are you from England? Or Germany? I had one viewer. Oh, Slovenia. Yeah. My dad went to the Czech Republic one time. That was pretty neat. I mean, I've never been to another country, but. Oh wow, just like Wisconsin. Wisconsin is the state I was born in, other than physical, and it is famous for its cheese, which is kind of funny because I've never noted anything remarkable about cheese from Wisconsin. When I think of the Netherlands, I actually think of poppies for some reason. Or roses? Roses, I think it is. Because of the Rose War. I don't even know if that happened in the Netherlands. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I could be thinking of anything. No, I don't mean War of the Roses. I mean the one time where the Dutch just decided they liked one flower a lot and made it like 10 times as expensive because they liked it a lot. Or something like that. Even though it was like a perfectly normal flower. Was that tulips? That might have been tulips. It's a real power move on the part of the Dutch, honestly. Also, why the hell are they called the Dutch? If I may ask politely. For secret Dutch reasons. You're like, speaking as a Dutch person, what the fuck? Guys, what do you think about me putting like a village in the background here? Deutsch? That could be. Why are the Dutch called the Dutch? Let's ask the internet. Why are the Dutch orange? What? Why are the Dutch orange? Are the Dutch orange? DutchReview.com. The Dutch are famous for being very direct and straightforward people. Do you want LGBTQ plus rights? You got it. Do you want to split the bill? Still got it. Do you want to have unlimited types of cheese to choose from? You got that tenfold. Amsterdam. Isn't Amsterdam like the one place where prostitution is legal? Can you imagine? The British are to blame. Oh, that's actually the reason. They were just like, the Deutsch? Well, the Dutch are right next to the Deutsch, so we're just gonna call them the Dutch. They're like, I don't know, you're pretty close by, so they're basically the same thing. That is really funny, though. We Americans are called Americans because that's what the country is called. And also the two continents. Oh, the British. If there's one people everyone can complain about, it's the Americans, but after that, it's the British. Maybe, do the British go first? They might go first in a lot of areas of the world. Yeah. I mean, I think Africa can, like, the entirety of Africa has a lot of beef with the French. For obvious reasons. I wonder why I don't see more African people on the internet. Because, like, there's a lot of areas in Africa that are very technologically advanced, so. I mean, I have met a couple of like African artists, usually from West Coast Africa and Nigeria in particular, and Senegal. I've also personally met someone from Senegal. No, was it Senegal? It might have. I'm pretty sure it was Senegal. A musician, Jala Sissoko. I think that's how you say his name. I couldn't really tell because his accent was very thick. Better idea. Fuck off. Better idea, fuck off. Thank you. Okay. The right one? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why that is. It might just be because, like, they're probably mostly speaking French or Arabic, so we don't see as many of their posts. My guess, anyway. I mean, they're definitely around. It would be ridiculous for them to not be around, but... I'm actually gonna listen to some of that artist's music since I thought of it. It's Jazz Sissoko, which is Diala Sisso. There it is. Jali. Not Jala. Which one of these is the one I really like? I think it might be Bayouin. I mean, all of these songs are beautiful, but I think they have 3 languages in them usually: French, English, and the that's interesting. South Africa tends to be more commonly heard about because a lot more white people live there, I think. At least as compared to other areas of Africa. There's a whole civil rights movement about that, actually. No, this isn't the one I really like. Which one is it? Is it Ndoli? Salsa Jara? I do really like this one. I think it's Badima. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, this one like has a haunting, like, it's like beautiful to listen to. It sounds, I don't know. It is really interesting to me that, like, I don't know if this is the case in Europe, but in America, if you're Western Asian, you're like legally white, which is really funny to me. Like, from a purely physical perspective, it just doesn't make sense because most like Middle Eastern people look very different than white people. And also, socially, it doesn't make any sense. They're not treated the same way. That was really pretty music. Have y'all ever heard a kora? I go crazy for kora music. It sounds so pretty. Uh, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, you'll find a lot of Christians probably in northern Middle Eastern countries. Kara music is music performed with an instrument called a kora, which is like how many strings does I think it might have 7 strings? No, it only has 4, I think. But you play it with all of your fingers. Like you strum it with all of your fingers and wait, is that what they do? Or is it just with your thumbs? At any rate, it sounds like a whole ass orchestra and or like an entire string section. It sounds gorgeous and they're played by griots in Mande cultures, which and there are people who are like born and in the cast of being storytellers and history keepers. Like it's their job to keep story to play stories on their choras, and they build their choras themselves usually because it's a big deal for them. And I believe like it's a you play it with other instruments often, I think. I don't know that for certain. Learning about Africa can be really hard because a lot of the information on the web, well, often there just isn't any information on the web, and if you do find information on the web, it is often through a modern African perspective, which has obviously experienced colonialism and is still under a lot of pressures from colonialism. But like a lot of what I find really interesting about African cultures is what they were like before colonialism, like the unique ways they developed all their traditions, that kind of thing. But sometimes if you read something about them, you can't tell if it's something that arose like post colonially or happened or it was just always like that. Like I read that the Yoruba culture is homophobic. And I was looking at that and I was like, is that like a modern Christian idea that they now believe in that area, or is that something that they historically believed? And it's hard to tell the difference because people there might not even know. a lot of African cultures, I believe, were not homophobic prior to Christianity and Europeans. I'm guessing a lot of Northern African ones still were because of Islam, but the farther south you go, the more I would be expecting less of that. There's a lot of things about like modern ideas of what is normal that I think are questionable, specifically because of colonialism and how global it was to have ideas from one or two specific cultures in one part of the world accepted across the entire world. Like, is it natural for human beings to be homophobic, or is it so widespread because of colonialism that we can't tell the difference between what is natural and what has artificially happened? I figure, it's just what I figure, but I figure human beings would not be homophobic in the wild because there's nothing really advantageous about it. That's interesting. I I believe Overly Sarcastic Productions is both of the people in it are white, I think. I have seen a couple of their videos. And I don't think there's anything wrong with white people talking about African history, certainly. But I'm always looking for more perspectives about African history that are written by Africans because the experiences you can get, like being African in Africa versus being a white person in Africa, are not the same. There's things you learn from your family and things you experience that have to teach you more, or that certainly teach you more than things that, you learn because you looked them up or read books on them. And, I don't know, there's different. You can't learn what it's like to be in a culture by reading about it, I think. I have a couple of books by my desk right now, actually. By John S. Mbidi. I don't know if that's exactly how you say it. His name. I know when there's an M before a B or an N before a D, then it's a M, like a soft M. You can't really hear it super well. This book is African Religions and Philosophy, second edition, by John S. Mbidi, who is a professor of religion, or who was a professor of religious studies at Makerere University in Uganda. So he probably has more personal experience because he grew up in Uganda, I think. No, he was born in Kenya. It's hard to tell. There's a stamp over part of his biography. Obviously, you can't hear everything about the religions of Africa from one book that's 300 pages long, but the other one I have here is Introduction to African Religion, second edition, by John S. Mbidi. I'm gonna look him up, actually, to see if there's any pictures of him. Just because I'm curious. John S. Mbidi. Yeah, he's black. Turns out. Pretty old, too, huh? Oh, he's dead. Oh no. He's been dead for 3, 4 years now. And he died at age 87. Rip. Hmm. Findings in African traditional religion. Interesting. Yeah. Oral traditions are really interesting to me because they're often discredited by people who are like, well, I read a book and you can't change a book as easily as you can change a story, but oral traditions can go back like literally thousands of years and contain the same information, and you can't like actually destroy them unless all the people who knew the story died. Whereas if you destroy a book and nobody memorized it, it is just gone. I read that, or I didn't read this, as in, like, academically, but I did see that there is that Native American oral traditions tell about animals that are currently extinct and have been for like 10,000 years or something like that, because their oral traditions go back so long. My dad actually had a specific liking for discrediting oral traditions because he would talk about how certain native peoples would include things that were recently introduced to their cultures or their continent by white people into their oral tradition. But he never mentioned whether or not they believed those had always been in their culture, because if they just included them, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. There's no like bad implications to that. It's just them including new information. I was also learning earlier today because I was reading A Seat at the Table, Huston Smith in Conversation with Native Americans on Religious Freedom. And the Lakota, and I believe also the Dakota, and a lot of different Native American peoples think that the Black Hills are like super, super religiously important. The one person whose specific viewpoint I was reading about, she, like, in her culture, they believe that you can hear the Earth's heartbeat there, and that the universe is like has pieces of a song in all throughout it. The entire universe has pieces of a song, but in the Black Hills, there is the entire song. And it's the only place where the entire song is. So that's how important it is. And a lot of the like religious significance of the area is overlooked by people who just turn up and are like, "Oh, I want to climb Devil's Rock because it looks cool." And it was compared to like if a bunch of rock climbers showed up to Notre Dame and were like, "Oh, that looks really cool. Can I climb it?" and graffiti it. Yeah, like as if knowing how to write is like the beginning and end of intelligence. I mean, any child can learn how to write if they have a teacher. It's not like hard. You just need the system of writing to start with and people to teach it. chérie, the forest meets the trees. What is love? It brings me to my knees. Ma chérie, set me free. What is love? It brings me to my knees. Ma chérie, set me free. Yeah, he memorized all of that. Like, what what are you talking about? Also, apparently there's like in the Lakota culture there's a language that only women learn and only women are allowed to learn it. I find that really interesting. It's really interesting to me. I think the reason that we, and by we I mean white people, find, and specifically Americans, this isn't as much of a problem in Europe probably. Uh, the reason we don't find Native American sacred places to be sacred is because they weren't built. I think like the main reason we look at them and we're like, this isn't sacred, was that nobody built it. It's just like that, and something can't be sacred to us if it's just like that. Which is kind of a whack ass perspective now that I'm thinking about it. Also, the amount of contempt Christians in this country and atheists to have for like non Abrahamic religions and non Christians in general is just crazy. Like, as if as if their beliefs can't be real because we don't get them. Especially when it doesn't affect us at all. Like, Native Americans wanting to have a specific area where only they can go because it's their place to pray is like, it hurts literally no one. I don't know why everyone gets so mad about it. Well, I do know why. It's racism, but like, can we stop being racist, please? I would love it. It feels especially like a shame that all these, like, it's so interesting to learn about these things, the way Native American people feel about things, like, and how their religions work, because they're so often just super interesting. Yeah. I agree. Nature is, like, on its own, whether or not anyone worships it, worth preserving to me because when I look at it, I find it beautiful. And, like, nothing beautiful should be destroyed for profit. The fact that some of the most beautiful places in the world are mined and shit just makes me so. It makes me so sad. There's so many, like, there's so many things that we just can't see anymore because they've been fracked and the mountaintop removal out of existence. The Appalachians are like a ruin because of coal mining. They're gone basically. And it doesn't help that this country is full of fucking crackpots who are like, yeah, who cares? Money. America in particular is just full of crackpots in a way I did not realize until I learned about Europe and how, like, relatively few crackpots you have there. Also, apparently in Europe, you guys aren't as into New Earth creationism, and I thought all Christians were New Earth creationists until, like, very recently. I didn't realize it was something that only some Christians were. Like, even the Catholic Church in Europe is like, no, no, no. Thank God. I do know about that. I do not believe that any deity made the earth or anything, because I don't believe they exist, but it's not like a real. It's kind of a non issue. It is, as smart people would say, proving a negative. Like, I'm trying to prove something to you which you did not need to be proved to you. You can't prove that God made the earth. And I can't prove he didn't because um he there's I'm proving I'm trying to discredit something which was not credited in the first place, if you get me. That is interesting. I mean, a lot of Christian scientists have made a lot of interesting discoveries over the years. Scientists of every religion have made a lot of great discoveries. And don't get me started on the argument from design, because I just took philosophy class and I am raring to go. This is a story song. I don't really want to listen to this one. Oh boy. You're like, shit, I forgot about the pH. What are you having a test on? What are the principles discussed? What are the big scary lads in the equation? I don't actually know that much about philosophy. I have a lot of opinions about it, but I probably couldn't, like, thoroughly argue with anyone on it because I don't really know anything about anything. Except for art. I'm an art expert. What were the big lads discussed? You guys talking about Kant or whatever? Wish I could get my philosophy textbook out, but I returned it to the college library. I don't know who either of those people are. I mean, it would make sense that they'd teach about different philosophers in the Netherlands than they would here. Good lord, they teach about, like, no one here. In that textbook, it had philosophy, like, across the globe or whatever, and for Europe, it had like 30 names, and then for India, one name. China, one name. Africa, 0 names. And then North America, like 5 names. And South America, 1 name. Like, very cool, guys. Very cool. Really looked into this topic, I see. In case you can't tell, I'm really interested in. Damn, Brim, I feel you there, buddy. I just took one philosophy class, though. Apparently in Europe, you guys don't have to take generals, but we do here, so there's some more generals for me. Been drawing these damn trees for like an hour. Okay, we're gonna bring out this brush. Alright. See you too. I hope you have a good time sleeping. I hope you get lots of rest. Oh, no, no. So, generals in America, that means you have to take more of everything. So, for your average degree, like say a psychology degree, you need to first take, outside of high school, 2 more years of generals, which means math, natural sciences, humanities, basically everything. You need to take more of everything because they want to waste your time. So yeah, in America, if you want to get a degree, you have to take a lot of years of shit that isn't related to your degree at all. And then you still have to live in America, so... Tell you what, though, apparently America's less racist than other places are, so that's neat. Probably mostly in urban areas, though. I bet in any given rural area you'll find it as racist as everywhere else, if not more so. We strive for nothing if not excellence here in the US of A. Oh yeah, including kindergarten. We go to we have, well, if you include kindergarten 4, we have elementary school, which lasts for 5 or 4 years depending, middle school, which lasts for 3 or 4 years depending, and high school, which lasts for 4. Is that different than how it is in Europe? Whenever I hear things about Europe, I'm like, really? Is that possible? You're telling me you guys only have to pay like $60 at most for medication? That's insane. In America, people like go into medical debt paying for insulin. Like, it's not good. Hmm. Interesting. What do you have from 15 to 18? Do you have anything then? What's this music? I've never heard this before. Oh, Night in Umbar. I have an hat from Ludwig. And then college is your high school. Or our college would be your high school. Is that mandatory?
Over here for you.
Well, thank goodness.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
What is going on in here even? Damn. That's a fantastic tree.
Damn, Axel, look at that tree.
What am I gonna do with you?
I don't know.
I feel like I might have to get rid of you entirely.
Oh.
That's gonna be my song.
I don't think that's a good idea. Is that legal? Probably not.
I mean, it's not illegal.
Like, no one can stop me, so it's basically
legal.
legal.
Kick you right out, man. Sorry. You hit your expiration. Can't deal with having someone in this house that's more talented than I am. So you're going to have to leave.
Yeah, that is my mom. The viewer in chat says hi, Mom.
What's that?
The viewer in chat says hi.
Oh, hi to them too.
She says hi back. Yeah. Probably, I didn't ask him, but it could be. That's interesting. So you can just skip 15. You can just skip going to middle school there? My mom? My mom is a gamer. That's true. I don't know if that was what you meant, but... I don't know all the internet lingo. Little me. Can only expect so much out of me. I only have so big of a brain. I think what I might do is have a glow sort of deal. That's good. Me trying to decipher that text. I thought you were like shitposting. I did understand you after a minute though. Yeah, that would make sense. My brain went gamer immediately, naturally. Being a gamer myself, I honor the most famous members of my minority. That being gamers, naturally. I'm definitely not a part of any other minorities. You're deep into your rumination hour. I know I am. This is my typical hour of rumination. The deeper into the night, the more you can see into, like, my psyche. Like, the more I just get, like, sad. By, like, 11 p.m., I'm like, oh. By 11 p.m., I'm miserable. Unless I'm talking to someone, in which case all my miseries melt away instantly. What was our previous topic? I'm singing it, trying to sing the song, but I have no idea what the words are, and I don't speak the language it's in. You can still do it, though. It's not legal. However, who's gonna stop you? The government? What the hell is going on up here? Oh, it's just that. I did that. It was me. I did it. Axel sees something he drew and just goes, what? Zoro. Yeah. Murder illegal? Do you see any murder happening? That's what I thought. What do Tayson villages look like? They're kind of hard to see, actually, because most of the buildings are underground. I'm having a thought. I'm having a thought. That is enviable. Oh my god. That's crazy. We just take, like, generals non-stop until we're, like, 20. Hmm. You know, Europeans really live the dream in a lot of ways. I mean, we Americans do as well, obviously, but... Oh, you can take finals on subjects you choose, huh? Respectable. Those are two things I also find interesting. Oh, here's a fun fact. When I went to see Karabakh in person in a concert, first of all, there were about 20 other people there. It was at the public library. And I was the only person there under the age of 30, I think. Most of the people there were old white people. Specifically old white women. Probably just cool to go see African music when you get old. I was the deviant young white person. I don't know how people could find this kind of thing interesting, though. Saya Tunggolan. That's really neat. We can learn French, Spanish, and Latin at our high school. Or at the one I went to for 1 year. The one near my house. It's really neat that you get to take finals on whatever you want, basically. Just think, you could be in America instead. Scared yet? My sister just walked into my mom's room and burst out laughing.
If you keep scrolling to the side, there's a bunch of Lord of the Rings movies. Exilius.
Yes, Selena? What is it? Are you trying to... Elena, I don't understand.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on, I have one more thing to drink. Next week, should we can do this with you? Great practice, everybody can.
Saya. What is love? It brings me to my knees. La chérie, set me free. What is love? It brings me to my knees. La chérie, set me free. I'm gonna listen to my favorite album of music, Reunion by Story Hill. My sister is chortling in the other room. Gonna listen to Sing For Me. I love this song. I have not seen Eurovision. I've heard people talk about it a lot, but I don't actually know what it is. It's kind of like Homestuck. Can you feel anything for me anymore? I wanna know where you're coming from. I wanna know what is wrong with you. We were the people they pointed to prove that your love was true. Is this all it can be? Can you feel anything for me anymore?
Come here, cat.
What was it that complicated everything we had before? What happened to your thing for me? What happened to your thing for me? Your thing for me? Your thing for me? I wanna know one part of you. I want more than an alibi. I wanna know if you can be true. I wanna know if you wanna try. Is this much to ask? Can you feel anything for me anymore? What was it that complicated everything we had before? What happened to your thing for me? What happened to your thing for me? What happened to your thing for me? Your thing for me? Your thing for me? Hmm. Hey guys, we all like music, right? Just making sure. Europeans fighting over whether or not they all like music. Part of the weather, waiting with the heat, released with the rain. But I'm sorry to say it's frightening now. And I may be wrong, I have no way of knowing, but I won't pretend to. Oh, that's neat. Like, everyone just sends a song every year and was like, here's our Spotify Wrapped 1920s. That I would meet no other, but I have no illusions now under this rate and this weather. Hard wind pressed against the windshield. Okay, we're gonna Someday I'll be able to get my directions right on the first try. Here's a fun fact. The brightest color in this entire thing is that bright. It's like 25% brightness. The darkest is that dark, which is about 90% darkness. It's called subtlety. That's interesting. Whose music is the best? It's funny that they would pick like a winner of Eurovision, like whose music was the best this year? Like, what? Shit, I have 50 minutes left. What am I gonna do? Let's put the final touches on real quick. Just need to make sure. Do I have the... Yes. Center glow. We're gonna make this yellow. Oh, you're up. You're unsure, you're still mistaking me. I know you said you liked white roses. Now here's two on a Christmas card. They say the future will always be unclear, but they'll raise the postage rates every year. Or could it be we're feeling lonely? Little room on a basement floor. Memories to decorate the walls. Wrong brush. How'd it go? And even though we get along so well, something underneath the laughter. That's really neat. Cause I don't think I could reach that far behind. Are all the songs played in different languages in Eurovision, or are they all played in a specific language? Neat. So all the audience that doesn't know that language just like has to fucking guess. Do the judges like know all European languages somehow, or do they have like translators that tell them what they're saying in the song? Also, does being outside of the EU make Britain ineligible to send a person to Eurovision? Or to send a song? Oh, neat. That's fair. I listen to some songs where I don't know any of the language in it, and I'm just like, this is really good. There's this one language, there's this one song, I think, that's in Pular, and it's like really gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. Wow, suddenly being part of Europe seems really convenient, doesn't it, Britain? Wow. Oh, hey, here's a highly American question for you, Brem. Have you ever seen Brokeback Mountain? So far, of the people I've asked that question, 3 of them have said yes. I have not asked just 3. Kind of a famous movie here in the US of A. It's about being an American. It's a really good movie. I really liked it. It gave me an existential crisis. I couldn't stop thinking about it for about 3 days after I watched it. Like, I fell asleep thinking about it, and I woke up thinking about it. Because it reminds me of someone. I mean, I sure as hell don't get discriminated for being gay, but I am not the only one. Hmm. It's funny actually, because Brokeback Mountain's famous for being the movie where they have gay sex in it. But they have more straight sex in it than they have gay sex. Wait, what's that about? That's a really. Oh, well. That's Brokeback, I guess. And Brokeback. How I'd be feeling once I'm in. Can't finish that sentence. Sweet conversation had nothing to do with me. Roll the window down. Turn the car around and get the hell out of town. You've carried this wave long enough, and buried yourself along with it. I can't believe you didn't notice what was wrong was gone. Here's a fun fact. Brokeback Mountain is, as far as I know, a real mountain. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Brokeback Mountain, and it's in Wyoming. Gonna go there and have gay sex to honor my boys. You'll never guess what that mountain's famous for. Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay, take me to Google Maps. Take me to church. There's a Brokeback Mountain resort. Disgusting. Brokeback Mountain. Brokeback Mountain film location? That is not what I'm looking for, honey. I'm looking for Brokeback Mountain, the mountain. Maria Sefifovic? I don't want to see the film location. I want to see the actual mountain. You bastard. It was filmed in pretty damn close to Calgary, it would appear. Interestingly enough. Even though it's set in a real town. The real town just isn't like what they were looking for, I guess. Give me Brokeback Mountain LGBT bar? Actually. In Bogota. In Colombia. Seferovic? Well, if I ever go to Colombia, going straight to Brokeback Mountain LGBT bar. Don't mind me. Wasn't allowed in because you had shorts on. Too much of a slut. You didn't have. Where the hell is Brokeback Mountain? There's the Wind River Reservation. That's neat. Shoshone Natural Forest. Natural Forest. Whoa, 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 whoa. Grand Teton. There's Yellowstone. Is this the lake we were around? It would have had to be one of these smaller lakes. I think it was this one. Yeah, it's probably that one. It was a small lake that we were around when they were there. It wasn't the big one, I'm pretty sure. Could have been the big one, I guess. Where does... I live somewhere like here. My friend, I mean, I'm looking for him on Thunder Mountain Elk Ranch. I just want to see Brokeback Mountain where it actually is in real life. Not film location, you bastard. Brokeback. There's a Brokeback Ridge, is that it? But I'm pretty sure it's real, like the mountain. If I'm not going absolutely insane. Just let me look it up, please. Where is it? Is that it? That's too far away from Wyoming for it to be the right location. Pretty sure that's not the right place. Also, there's no pictures of it at all. Brokeback Mountain, real location. Is Brokeback Mountain a real place? It's not real? Is Brokeback Mountain based on a true story? Yes. Wyoming, period. People are talking about Wyoming. I bet the people native to Wyoming fucking hate that the only thing that makes them famous is Brokeback Mountain. Because I bet they're all homophobes. Everyone isn't gay. Okay, Brokeback Mountain is not a real mountain, unfortunately. However, if anyone wants to reenact the movie with me, contact me at my business email for business reasons. Are any lads interested in reenacting Brokeback Mountain with me? I am the questionnaire, lads. Let's go. I have to fill in this questionnaire. Do you like gay sex? Yes, no. It's funny that the movie's about an American place, but they filmed it in Canada. Here's a fun fact. I think France was the first country in the West to decriminalize gay sex. There are probably a lot of countries outside of the West where it was always legal because who gives a shit? But in the West, people gave a shit because of Christianity and Islam, so. Consider. I know at least one person who is like deathly scared of anal sex, even though he's never had it, which is funny to me. Now, I don't particularly like having penises inside of me either, but like, it's not like scary or anything. You know? TBH? I can't think for the life of me of what else to add. What should I add? 30 minutes left on the clock. Maybe I should go back to this area. I mean, anal sex is definitely not the worst thing in the world. I just don't personally like it a lot. I'll tolerate it. I mean, giving is a lot different than receiving. So, you know. If any boys look like Jake Gyllenhaal, because I kind of look like Ennis or Heath Ledger, and that's not a joke. I do actually kind of look like him, but like a bit of an uglier version. So if any boys look like Jake Gyllenhaal, except for Bram, would you like to learn some axe lore? Why isn't Phantom here? Yeah, here's your Axel lore. So, I had a best friend for about 3 years who left me one time and then left me another time for undisclosed reasons. I know, but you do not know. And he is currently gone, and I'm wondering if he will ever return. And he is. If he ever does come back, I just might marry him because I do love him quite a lot. So, you know, there's the axe lore. The axe lore is that Axel is down bad for an unreliable twink who looks like Jake Gyllenhaal at the age he was when he did Brokeback Mountain. He does not, because my friend is about 20 years old, so. Y'all ever down bad for a small man? And he's 5'2", the ideal size for a man, which is shorter than me. And in centimeters, that's like Gonna look it up real quick. Inches to centimeters. Ugh, disgusting. So 5'2" is like 50 inches. So that's like 127 centimeters. He's very small. The smallest white boy there ever was. Just kidding. And he's just like, there's nothing like, he doesn't have any biological conditions. Oh, you're tiny too. Wait, I fucked up. I wrote in the wrong number of inches. Shit, if he was 127 centimeters tall, he would be very tiny. So he's about your height, if it, maybe a bit shorter. Are you a girl or a lad? Or neither? The secret third gender of whatever the hell you want to be. You're a very small boy. You're actually the perfect height. Let's go. Allow me to extend my formal invitation to join me in Wyoming, Brem.
Axel, did Grizzly get dinner?
Last I checked, he did have a full food bowl.
That wasn't my question. Did he get dinner?
I did not feed him dinner.
Okay. Will you please make sure he gets fed dinner before you go to bed?
Yes. The clock has nearly run out.
No.
We're running out of time.
Your death is almost imminent.
I actually don't know what to do. What should I do?
How about light rays? Or some type of glint.
The idea is that the lighting's coming this way, actually. Oh, he could need somebody he can't even stand to be around. He calls me from the bar when he's sorry. He can only talk to me when he's standing on familiar ground. Alrighty? You are a very small man, bro. I don't mean that as an insult, because I think very small men are ideal in most ways. Well, don't say anything too clever while you're joking, okay? And I waste my time trying to be honest. To bridge the gap between us. Brem, just saying, in general, gay guys do like short men quite a lot. So if you're running out of options in the market of women, just avail yourself to the local gay people. I don't know how women feel about short men. I've heard they find it amusing. She was right, lads. My mom was right. God damn it. She's always right. People like that are so funny to me. Like, why would you turn down the highest quality men who are obviously the shortest ones just because they're too small? Like, what's wrong with you? I personally know short men are the highest quality because my friend, who I previously spoke of in the Axe lore segment, very tiny as I already mentioned. Very nice. You have to worry when the short men are religious. That's when the problems start. Find yourself a very short, non-religious man. I'm also short if it makes you feel any better, just less short. I'm like 10 centimeters taller than you probably, or maybe a bit more. I don't hear any downsides so far. Yeah, so I'm about 10 centimeters taller than you, or a bit less. And I know about how much 10 centimeters is. I'm not the dumbest man who's ever lived. I'm the second dumbest. Say, Bram, do you know what Mormons are? Mormons are America's special crazy Christians. You guys have Catholics. Well, we have Catholics in America too. But we have Mormons. Mormons are out of control. Do you know what Mormons are? Utah, period. You are right. They are Utah. Utah is also one of the prettiest places in the world. So, how much do you know about Mormons? Here's a quick summary. Mormons think that before Jesus died or after he was resurrected, I can't remember which, he took a short trip to North America, and there were people here who followed him, and they had a big fight with other people, and half of them were evil and the other half of them were good, and all the good ones got killed, and but left some like artifacts or whatever of how good they were, and all the evil ones are Native Americans. And they also believe that the mark of Cain is something all black people have, which darkens their skin because they're like genetically evil. So that's neat. Though some Mormons will tell you that's a that's like too literal of an interpretation, like of the someone being black is metaphorical, but like don't know about that, honey. We have 10 minutes left. Shit, what do I do? Sweet Jesus, what have I done? True. True. No man except for me should be taller than 5'3". All other men should be short so that I have a large crop to pick from. I think we can all agree on this. Anyway, the reason I'm mentioning all this is because oh shit, I just remembered what I wanted to do. The reason I'm mentioning all of this is because my friend Liv is Mormon, and they're also homophobic, so you're so right. They're too tall for me to date, therefore they're all evil. I'm gonna be like one of those annoying girls who's like, actually, I only date boys who are 6 foot or taller, except I'm gonna be like that about guys. I'm gonna be like, if you are an inch above 5'5", you're gone. Get out of my sight. If you are a centimeter too tall, I will simply not look you in the eyes. I mean, if straight people can be like this, surely I can be like this too. They get away with it all the time. different now that it's raining. It is impressive. I am concerned in the way I am about everyone when they stay up too late. Probably mostly because I can't stay up past like midnight. We get to midnight, my brain's like, okay, bedtime. And with a stick I write your name on the shifting shore, and then you write mine next to yours. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand on every shore. Another thing about Mormons, very good singing voices. One time Lith sang me my favorite song. It's my favorite song because it reminds me of him. Let's talk about your life. Have you ever been too homosexual? Because I definitely have been. We don't have any money, we've never had any money before. Still we go into shopping on Saturdays, we hit the stores. Some eat the apple, we eat the core. And if I could, I would buy for you every diamond in every jeweler's store. As if I could, I would ride with you every night and all night evermore. As if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand on every shore. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand. And if I could, I would write your name on every grain of sand on every shore. So true, bestie. I can't believe they're so, hypocritical. Okay, so here's the final piece. You know what? You know? It ain't bad. It ain't bad. You know what? In the moments before it's all over. Damn. Well, Brim, you are in the middle of sleep deprivation, so I think you're qualified to say if anyone is. Thank you. But you are a short man, though, which means I am evolutionarily predisposed to highly value your opinion. My evolutionary predisposition to find a male life is taking over. I hope you understand what that means. Standing there, tangled lots and tangled hair, baby blue eyes that cry for me. She don't really wanna see me leave, and she just met me. Oh, it's over. We ran out the clock, boys. Okay. Gentle, serious, heart to heart. Moonlight lovers in the dark, hiding on the lawn and making sparks. The making's lovely. Soon I'll be hightailing I-90. Be construction on the way. A summer job with decent pay. Filling holes along the road. I done things they never told. Don't tell nobody. Soon I'll be hightailing I-90. You know what? You know what? Alright, we'll make it a JPEG and call it a day. Gonna make it a large file, baby. Let's go. Quality 10. Any last thoughts, Brim? Any new insights? Wow, that was we got a new follower for the first time in like literally 3 weeks today. That's great. Thanks. Well, you're free to invade my chat whenever you want. To make funny jokes and also, I don't know, do whatever it is you do. I just like having more people here. Phantom wasn't here at all, which is absolutely bonkers. If you and the other person had been here, nobody would have been here. Anyway, we're gonna end the stream now. I hope you had a good time. I've got to go to bed. Bye-bye.